Right, hello everybody and welcome to the Cone Racing League Round 7 Tier 2 race at Spa. Q1 is just getting underway now. So only one reserve today, being Luca, I believe. Is it Luca? Yeah. Now Pimis, who was previously reserving quite a bit, naturally has a full-time seat at Haas, so that's good news for him. So we'll see what he can do with that at this race. And actually, is he the first man out on track? He is. He's yet the most recent man in a seat of his own. So it'll be interesting to see what he does today. Yep. Good luck to you too, Luca, and any of the drivers who are listening in. Right, some more drivers now out on track. The little one, Sadistic King, Tobes. Who's next? Sprunky, Jay Williams. Not too many out just yet. There's still plenty of time to go, and of course, everyone using the softs. Doubt this qualifying will be quite as close as last week, but that's because last week's 16th place was 300 and, well, just over 3/10 behind the leader in Q1, which is absolutely bonkers. So we'll see if they can replicate it again, but not getting my hopes of being quite as close, although still should be very good with these drivers. Pimis getting ready for his lap. Coming around the last few corners towards the bus stop. Alright, no one's going to get in his way from behind. Let's see if anybody leaves the pits now. If not, he'll have a fairly clean track ahead of him. Only Jamie Robertson, very far up the track from him. So yeah, no, looks like he's a clean track. So let's see what he can do. First qualifying lap in a full-time seat for him. So yeah, it's still fairly clean track ahead of him. Yellow flags just for a slow moving AlphaTauri. Oh, goes wide and validates his lap. Who's the next one then? I believe it's McLaren, the little one, unless that other Ferrari. I believe that's Pheasant Plucker there. So let's see if the little one can get further than Pimis did. Yep, there we go. Coming up through P1. Almost impossible to go side by side through there, so you might see drivers trying to force each other to yield, playing a bit of a game of chicken. I'm sure it'll create some interesting racing later tonight. So of course, going to be getting in the middle, going to be getting in the purple sectors, being the first man to do the sectors. I'm actually not sure what a quick lap is here, so I'm going to have to base it off what the drivers get. We'll hop on board with Sadistic King after, so he'll be the next man to cross the line. So the little one getting a 142.7. Sadistic King 143.3, not too far behind. Tobes invalidated his lap. How about Jay Williams? Does for laps do. Now, was it a good one? To third, not quicker than the other drivers, it doesn't look too far off them. 143.5. Okay, then how about... Oh, who's that off track? Lucas. Should stay out of the way with the drivers. So I think Sprunky is the next man to cross the line. Ah, no, must have spun somewhere. This middle section is a 1:38, which is almost slower than some of the drivers' full lap. So Real DC topping the charts. And Alex through the bus stop. He'll be the next man to cross the line. So Real DC 3.5 tenths above the little one. Alex at 1:42.9, and just behind him, Big Walls with a 1:43 flat. Jamie Robson 1:42.7, and Pimis coming around again. This time not invalidated his lap. So 1:43.5, just ahead of Joe Williams. Going to want to improve that lap, but it still has 12 minutes to do so. First and Plucker now. 1:42.4 up into second, less than half a tenth down off the leader. That might be enough of a lap already to get him through. So Godly Noob now nearing the end of his lap. There's Tobes. Was that Tobes or First and Plucker? One of the Ferraris opted into the pit lane. It was Tobes. So Godly Noob, very good qualifier. 1:42.4 up into third position, very close among those top three. Where is... KXI yet to start his lap. Is Real DC improving? No, he's into the pits. I believe it's the same case for Big Balls on an in lap. Yep, he is on an in lap. Right, Kyle is on the lap, so we'll see where he can end up. Ooh. Big Balls retiring from the session. Kyle with a 1:43 flat. I don't know why he's down there. Although, Luca, what do you know weighing about? Were you part of that incident with Big Balls? I didn't see what happened. Oh no, you're running out now. Yeah, not too sure why he was retired there. Let's see, KXI into P1, tricky braking zone to get right. Corner light sucking you in wider. Which corner did you manage to crash on? I didn't manage to catch it. Okay, so a purple middle sector for KXI. Let's see if we can convert that into lap time wise. Just got to not cut the corners here, get a good exit. Just put down as soon as he can. Might have been a fraction of a second late there, but we'll see what he can do. A 1:42.4, another 1:42.4, and I missed Pheasant Plucker's time with a 1:42.3 somewhere. He's now up front. Yeah, these top four drivers, not much separating them. Bit of a jump down to fifth. Now, good first sector by Jamie Robertson. Must have gone wrong for him somewhere. Now going slow. Looks like KXI might be going around again for another try. No, never mind. Just using his ERS. Patient to get back to the pits. May as well. Okay, right. Stay on board with Luca now then. Down the Camel straight. Should see some great overtakes into the braking zone here. Purple first sector for him. Ooh, nearly went wide in the same place as Pimis did earlier. Managed to keep it on the right side of the track. Looking good. Couple of racing points ahead of him. I don't think they'll get in his way. Oh, this isn't the best part of the track to catch up with someone though. Ooh, had a moment there. Caught it though. Let's see. That is decent sector time. And a purple sector. Usual disclaimer that I don't know if the purple sectors are true, as it likes to glitch out and say everyone got purple sector. It's certainly a low 114. It's what you're looking for at the end of sector 2. Maybe turned in a fraction early, but actually that looked fairly well pieced together. And it was a 142.4, slotted into 4th position, and that looks good, in amongst the top guys for Luca. Tobes just starting his lap. Sprunky just finishing his lap. He invalidated it somewhere. Captain Nick now going to be finishing his lap. Whereas he started to do a 42.7 up into 7th position. And in the front of that second group of times. Right, follow Tobe's lap. Well caught on that slide though. It wasn't quite a slide, but well caught on it not being a slide. It's a slow moving car here. What's that? Yeah, Luke's staying out of the way. So Tobes, they're slightly up apexes, but not too crucial on those two corners. I'd say he's looking to get a 142.7 at the moment, as long as he can get a good last sector. Through Blanchemont, down towards the bus stop. Let's see, what can he do? 142.9 in 10th position for him. That might be enough. 5 minutes left still though, so plenty of time. With 4 drivers not having set times. Whereas Aerovoy is still quite early on, so yeah, Clerpiar with the next man yet to set a lap. I'm not entirely sure what happened with Big Bulls. I'm yet to see any behind the scenes talking about it. Yeah, not too sure. But if it does continue on, it's interesting to put him behind Jay Williams but ahead of Jay Hartnell. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, Clerpiar's lap, a 142.9, just behind his teammate and 2 thousandths ahead of Alex. So yeah, I guess we'll see where Big Bulls ends up in the next qualifying session. He's unlikely to make it through. Although it seems his time does now count as what he got to any new times. It's just any old times it doesn't count towards. So F1 pulling all sorts of funny stuff. Aerovoice a 143.6. That's not enough to get him through to Q2 just yet. So we'll be looking to improve that lap. Dragon's invalidated his lap. And Sprunky just going out again to make another attempt. Can't remember if he pulled into the pit lane as he's unhappy with his lap or invalidated it somewhere. But I believe he's got time for 2 laps. They want a fairly quick out lap. Ooh, was that an on track? No, I think that was Luca being happy with his lap. Both him and Real DC retired from this session. I think both with very secure laps. Alex 10th up in the first sector and purple first sector. Our current title leader, Alex. Only 3 points less to race though So Dragon was able to drastically close the gap, currently leads the championship by 18 points, which... what position is that? 18 points would be... so if he can finish... well, that'd be 5th or 6th. 5th is 20 points, 6th is 17. Again, another purple sector, but 10th and a half up from his previous best. I think that's the more important bit. A lot of the drivers near the front happy with their lap, choosing to retire from the session. And across the line, 142.8, 10th and a half improvement. Don't that gained him any positions, just gave him a comfy gap to Tobes. He's currently on an outlap looking to improve. Sprunky starting his lap. He does have time for 2, but not if he messes up this one badly. Dragon will definitely have time for 2 laps. About to see what his first one is. So there we go, a 42.8 up to 11th for him. That might be enough. His Error Voice retires. Now that is interesting. He is not in top 15. Both he and Jay Williams. And actually I guess if you're in the pits you know you won't be able to get to the end. There we go. A lot of potentially early retirements. So we'll see how that goes for them. Plenty of drivers on the outlap. We're looking to improve. Sadistic King, Jay Hartnell and Sprunky, with Sprunky setting his first lap. So yeah, he looks on for 142.7 at the moment. A lot of people in the 142.7, there's not much between Captain Nick and the little one. Yes, he's going to come about 9th, maybe 10th. 12th, that should be enough. Of course, other drivers still have time to improve, but as does he. He still has one more lap in his car, yet to complain about fuel. Now Tobes will want to try and improve. Ooh, Sadistic King not quite getting to the line in time. It's like he crossed the line less than a second after it went. Jay Hartnell very wide on these 2 corners. Currently due to improve. Needs more than just 1/10. Oh, and he's invalidated his lap and 7 seconds down anyway. So that looks like that concludes the bottom 5. Depends what happens with Big Ball's time. Although actually, it is in the right position, possibly through coincidence. So it does look like Kyle is through safely, with only 3/10 ahead of Big Balls. Was that Toes the new fastest lap? It was. So we'll see how the laps improve. Okay, soon be moving on to Q2. So a lot more of a split than last race. What do we got? Yeah, 7/10, nearly 8/10 back actually. Now you were cutting a bit closer than your first on Pimus. we go. Here's our times. See, there's this front group slightly ahead of the rest of them. As we look further down, some very, very close times amongst the midfield. Pim is just squeezing through, and Big Bull's there. Not too sure what happened to him, but seems to be qualified in the 16th position. Okay, on to Q2. More sunny session this time. Less clouds going on. Let's see which drivers are first to leave the pit. Usually the same drivers who like to go out first. Yep. Jamie Robson. Who else? Dragon's usually one of the early ones. Yet to turn on his engine. Seems Alfa Romeo will be the first one out of the pit lane. Who else? We got one of the Mercedes, Brunky. Ooh, what has happened there? Looks like he may have had a wheel disconnect out the pit lane. So you can see it from this point of view. Yeah. That is not the driver I'm following. Some kind of disconnect out the pit lane. I'll let you know soon because he's just typing what's happening now. Just some angry language, so we'll see if he elaborates on what happens to him, or if it's just as much a shock to him as it is to us. Drivers, a fair bit of room on the track to each other at the moment. To Alfa Romeos. Remarkably good at qualifying these two, it seems, especially Q1 and Q2, which isn't necessarily where it matters. Just to hope they can convert that into race pace. Only seen one great result, Godly Noob getting the win at Brazil. There's a controversial penalty at the end, which was revoked, giving him the win instead of Dragon. Sorry, instead of Captain Nick. But yeah. So it was Godly Noob that won last race. But anyway, Jamie onto his first lap now. Past where Sprunky's car was in the wall. Nah, will likely mean that Sprunky's starting P15. Depending on the drivers below him in the order at the moment do bin it before they can get a lap in, then I guess he'll be ahead of them, but at the moment it is looking like 15th, maybe 14th, but almost certainly 7th row of the grid. I can't count. Probably the 8th row of the grid. Jamie, clear track ahead of him now. Does have Carl just up the road, but he's all the way up Huon, so about half a section, maybe a bit less ahead of him. Now the middle sectors where most of the time will be gained or lost in terms of qualifying laps. Certainly is going to be where drivers can pull away in clean air or get slowed down most when in battles. Drivers are going to have to pick whether to work together or fight on a track like this. Some nice straights for slipstream and some good overtakes, but there's that middle sector that they have to be cautious of. Don't want to sabotage their own race for a temporary move up the order. So Jamie Roberts towards the bus stop, final chicane. Towards the line, what can he get? It's a 42, 42.4, similar to what we were seeing in Q1. Who's the next driver? It's not like McLaren, is it? It is the little one, 143.6. Now he's on the mediums. I should really stick it on fitted so we can see what tyres people are on. So yeah, some of them are using the mediums. Luca also on the mediums. And let's see if he can beat the little one or not. Now, his laps might just be to bank a good time. He does beat the little one, 43.4. Significantly behind Jamie Roberts, but of course, middle sector, hard to go through quickly on harder tyres. So that Golly Noob validated his lap somewhere. How about Alex? He's still on a good lap and he's on the medium tyres. And he's also going into the pit lane because he's not happy with his lap. Which is funny because it would have been about 43, maybe 44. But either way, it might be worth getting a nice safe lap in. Okay, which this Haas is ahead, Kyle's Haas. This Real DC sets the fastest lap of 42.4, 3,000th ahead of Jamie Robertson. Kyle, 43.1. Bit slower than the other guys on soft tyres at the moment. And of course, it was only one lap, still got 9 minutes to go. And quite likely more improvement to that time. So Pyrrhus soon to be starting his lap. Use that then. Actually, hop aboard with Dragon. Maybe Godly Noob ahead are going to set a time, so I'll read that out. No, that's Jamie Robertson into the pits. So see when Dragon goes in amongst the other mediums. Tops the other mediums are 43.3. Nearly as quick as Luca on the soft tyres. Chloe PR, 42.8 on the soft tyres. Actually, that was Luca improving his time on the mediums to 43 flat. Jumping cars lap on the softs. Sure to stay out of the way of Clerpiar's Speedy McLaren. Of course, onto the grass where there's that collision with Anton Hubert. Which car's that? I really seen to the pits. So Pim must be the next man then to cross the line. .43.2, we're looking to improve that one. Slowest soft time yet in this qualifying session. Same captain Nick. Man on soft tyres. Now, where is he going to slot into the order? 42.8, not too bad. That may be enough, especially if more drivers choose to stay on the medium tyres. We will see. I don't know what the strategy is around here. Is that a driver off or a slow driver in Sector 3? Not sure. I think it might have been Luca. We're going to stay on board with Tobes. Right, I'm going to say now I'm currently being hit by a bit of a yawn attack. So I apologise if there's any kind of cuts in the commentary, but that's me sheltering the mic from my noisy mouth as I yawn. So apologies in advance. Tobe still needs to set a lap. Now we'll see what he can get in sector 2. 41.14.1. So he'll be looking to get top 3 maybe. Suspect to be able to jump Captain Nick as long as he gets a good last sector. Hello Brandon. That is. Do I recognise which Brandon that is? Not sure. So Tobe's crossed the line. 42.5, yep, up into 3rd position. Only 3/10 behind the 2 guys up top. Sorry, 3/100. Matt Bemis and Valor's his lap and came quite a slow one. Well, with all the drivers now switching to the soft Luca, you may still need to improve. So a lot of those timers are on mediums, so there's at least 3 drivers you might improve, plus others in general. So I'm not quite sure you're safe with that time yet, but we'll see. Certainly looks to be one of the strongest if you can get 43 flat on the mediums. Okay, so KXI, one of the last few men to set his laps. The other 2 being Godly Noob and Alex, who are now both setting their laps. And both the top 2 guys running in for the championship are still in this. Actually, top. Who's the first man got knocked out? I think Error Voice. Is he in here? But KXI, sorry, getting distracted. A 42.2 up to the front for him. I can say with almost certainty that that man is safely through to Q3. Unlikely to see an improvement that big by the entire grid. Certainly might not be the fastest time we see though. Certainly with Alex and Godly Noob being 2 of the drivers remaining, they are both mighty quick. Although it seems this is not the lap for Godly Noob. Let's hope he doesn't slow down Alex's lap. Or distraction too. Ooh, Alex going wide there. Could have been through distraction, could have just been a mistake of his own. But still got time, although only for 1 more lap. So both these drivers. Actually, no, if he can get to the line, he will have 2 more laps. But it will only be 2. He might run a bit low on fuel, trying to get his ERS back. Pheasant Plucker. Moving to a soft compound of tyres, looking to improve his previous banked time. Ooh, maybe a bit too fast for that last corner. We'll see where it puts him. 42.3 up into 2nd for him. That's a good time. Likely a safe time. Godly Noob, of course, pulled out of that lap, so it's going to be a very slow time. So we'll see what he can do in terms of improving that. That is Pimis off the track. Not sure what he was doing. Yeah, really not sure what he was doing, but he ideally needs to make sure he can get to the line in time. I think he should. He doesn't want to push his luck too much. So he's going to need to improve that lap if he wants to stay in the top 10. Alex still to set his lap. And Godly Noob likely to improve. Both of those I'd suspect to be getting through to Q3. And that's puts pressure on those bottom 3 guys to improve their time. Has to be starting his lap. as will Captain Nick just behind. Clerpiard then next man to cross the line to improve his lap hopefully. And Clerpiard to the front with a 1:42.2, beating KXI by 2 thousandths. Now I can actually provide information on that incident because I was in the stewards meeting for the first time. So essentially they decided that Godly Noob had the right to the corner and therefore Captain Nick sticking his nose in didn't really have the right. Therefore Godly Noob didn't have to account for him being there, and because of that Captain Nick nudged him a bit wide, causing him to get a penalty, and that penalty was revoked as it was deemed unfair due to it being caused by Captain Nick. Oh, somewhere Alex up to 8th position, 42.9. Actually says time to improve his lap. Godly Noob 43.7. Actually he's going to want to improve. Now these two, one behind the other, this could be interesting. Although actually, having said that, Godly Noob, don't know if he just invalidated his lap or did it earlier. But either way, lap no longer going to count. So Alex, let's see if he can improve. Oh no, he's not going to improve either. So Godly Noob knocked out Dragon. Dragon stands a chance, he's half a second quicker. Which means Luke is probably knocked out. Kyle's not going to improve. This is now a battle between Luca and Dragon. Can Dragon improve enough to knock Luca out? Respect the stewards, yeah. So can Dragon, I think Dragon will beat Luca's time probably. We'll see here. Yeah, he does, up to 8th for him, knocking Luca out of top 10. So Luca, despite earlier on saying looks good in quali for me, not quite getting through. Nearly 2 tenths down from his teammate Alex. Not sure if we've ever done Spa in this game. I've done a lot of it in GT Sport, and I know it's obviously slower there, but I know I have done it a bit actually. Very prone to making your car feel like it's flying. See, I don't know if Captain Nick's any good around this track. Not a slow driver, never one to be discounted. Currently, where is he? 6th in the championship. 2 points behind the little one, who is in 5th, but here we go. Our order for today. So yeah, Sprunky, Godly Noob. Sprunky, shame you couldn't get a lap out. Basically left the pit exit and straight into the wall. Not sure what happened to him. He doesn't seem to be sure either. Godly Noob, Pimis, Kyle and Luca just missing out to his teammate Alex, who actually for him was surprisingly slow. Usually one of the quicker ones in qualifying. We'll see what happens into Q3. Does seem to be more of our usual names. Now Captain Nick does seem to be starting to improve again. After his, well, after winning last season, seems to have a bit of a rough comeback. He seems to be getting back more onto his feet now. And his, where is he, Sadistic King? Oh, I keep mixing up Sadistic King and Captain Nick. Why did he qualify? I'm with you on that, Founder. There was, where was it? It was Hungary, I can't remember if it's last season or the season before, but he was leading all nice and happy and you predicted he'd bin it in the wall and yep, he did. Right, so Yeah. Here we got Jamie Robertson, Tobes, I assume that's the little one, Real DC, Alex, Claire PR. I'm assuming the order of the McLarens based on when they normally leave the pit. In fact, I could actually check. I was wrong, Claire PR came out the pits first. Spa Grand Prix closed to fans last year. The main reason I know that is because I was due to go, but this year, not due to be closed for fans, so hopefully I will be going as the ticket got moved forward. Might even take a big CRL poster to say, just to see if we can get spotted. Anyway, Jamie Robertson getting ready to start his lap. Well, that might be a mistake there, getting his tyres a bit grassy before he starts his lap. Shouldn't cost him too much though. Having said that, bit of loss of grip for that final corner. That may have been the grass act in there. That'll slow down the start of his lap. But plenty of laps to improve here. Although all the drivers in the top 10 starting, I believe they're all starting on the softs. Okay. Looks to be fairly good so far by Jamie Robertson. No mistakes yet, hasn't invalidated his lap. Has Dragon an out lap ahead, but don't believe that man is close enough to cause him any problems. So let's see, just missing the apex there. A 1:39 through sector 2. Now this will be a low 42 lap then if you can keep it up to the last sector. So here we go now. Might just be me, but aren't they all turning in a bit early into the bus stop? 42.1. One of the quickest, if not the quickest lap we've seen so far. Toes in the next man, 42.8. Not sure how happy you'll be with that one. Claire PR, 42.9. Slower still. Real DC, 42.6. Alex with a 43 flat. And then the little one with the 42.7. For the moment it's looking like they're actually quicker in the first, well in Q2 than they are in this qualifying session. It might be the mounted pressure, but only Jamie Robertson with what I'd say is a very good lap so far. Oh, is that a car that's spun or is that just a car going slow? Just a car going slow. Oh, this might be interesting. Managed to avoid any collisions. So Pheasant Bucket just starting this lap. We'll stay on board with Captain Nick now. Oh, that looked very close to invalidating it there. Only just kept it on the track. Tell you what, this is looking to be a very good middle sector. I'll see what his sector time is at the end. This is one of the strongest ones I've seen. There's a chance I'm entirely wrong, I don't know what to look for. 1:14.2, not too bad, but actually that might only be a mid 1:42. I think I'd put it at a 42.4 with a higher one. Gosh, that was a good bus stop as well, so we'll see where he ends up. 42.4 and a higher one, there we go, how about that? Pheasant Plucker managed to invalidate his lap. So far Nick and Jamie Robertson, a bit of a gap to the rest of the field, though Jamie Robertson actually a larger gap to second than second has to third. So Pheasant Plucker into the pit, so invalidated his lap. Yeah, and ideally we'll improve that. I think most of these drivers, if they can get a lap they're happy with, it'll be sub 1:42.5. Ooh. Don't want to go that wide. That is an interesting point actually. Where is Big Balls? That is normally a man I'd expect to see in here. I will have a look back at the results for Q2. I think he got knocked out in Q1. The KXI towards the line. Yeah, Big Ball's got knocked out in Q1. Oh, that's right, because he had that funny glitch thing that sort of, I'm not sure what happened. Basically, didn't get a lap in. Meant to KXI 42.5, sorry. Did I say 140? I meant 142.4. So KXI into third. Oh, I'm going to assume that wait. Is that Big Balls or Sprunky? Both the Mercedes. One of you died at the pit exit. I'm going to assume that's Big Balls. Crashed into the pit lane entry and lost a wheel. Do you know what glitched your time though and put you beneath some people who you had faster times than? Is that just something that happened? Dragon, is the Ferrari ahead of him on a lap? No, Tobes isn't. Tobes knows at the moment he needs to make sure not to get in Dragon's way. There we go, Tobes moving out of the way when he can. Well done by him. Okay, so these guys not leaving themselves too much time to improve their lap. Dragon with the next man. Yeah, tier 1 guys are absolutely nuts. They're slower drivers. Well, actually, to be fair, as it should be, they're slower drivers. Similar to the drivers at the front of this pack. Which means their front drivers are utterly mad pace-wise. So 42.4 up into second for Dragon, with still enough time to try and improve on that. Who'll be the next one towards the line? Won't be Captain Nick. It won't be the other one, as they're both on outlaps. But it will be Claude PR, who is 9/10 improving, and that major challenge for P1 may see Claude PR taking pole position here. And it will at least be a provisional pole for a bit, I think. See what we can do using those curbs. Where's he going to come? A 41.9, the first 41 we've seen. That is up into first position for Claude PR, provisional pole for him. Which driver was that? Pheasant Plucker. 43.9. I don't know if that was his. I think that was his first lap. He needs to improve it here. Oh, it's going to be what? Starting 10th. KXO stuck in the pits. He will not be improving. Now, what about Alex? Not a slow driver. If I look at these top 10, I think all of them are front row potential. I think it's more down to can they string that lap together. None of these guys are slow. Alex improves to 42.3. Real DC 41.8. Pole, provisional pole for him, sorry. Dragging up into 4th. Who is that? That is Captain Nick off the track. He will not be improving. Tobes up into 3rd position. Right. The little one not going to improve his lap. Pheasant Plucker stands a chance of improving as long as Captain Nick does not get in the way here. Oh, yeah, no, that man's improving. So currently 7/10 up. We'll see how much more he can improve that. Needs 1.2 seconds, but of course he was going slow deliberately in the last sector to help conserve tyres and ERS after I seemingly realised that that wasn't going to be all that great. So we'll see. Where is he going to go? 42.1 up into 4th for him. Ferrari locking out the 2nd row. Captain Nick, of course, slow time to cross the line, and that concludes Q3 with Real DC taking the pole. So good luck to all our drivers in the race. And of course the AI, as per usual, set themselves to different speeds and creating a wonderful circus to match the clowns that are Codemasters. So yeah, I'm just going to give the usual warnings now. When it's lap 2, it will say lap 3. The leaderboards will be completely messed up. There's a chance that everyone will be ghosted at the start, but hopefully not. But don't believe everything the graphics tell you. I'll try and make it clear who's leading, but I will not be able to make it clear where the entire field is if it's that messed up. But yeah, no, Real DC, mighty lap by you. And actually, fair, Claude PR. In fact, all of the top 6, very, very quick laps. And even 7th, 8th and 9th, not too bad. I said most of them would get sub 142.5s, and I was right. 8 out of 10, and nearly the others. Okay, so drivers now picking their setups, then we will be on to the out lap. Now be nice to the man. Where is he? He's 8th in the title, so he's kind of amongst that battle of, I'm not quite at the front, but there's a very competitive field around him. He tries to be leading the midfield guys. Well, actually, you've got Big Balls at 70, then Real DC at 66. There's a bit of a jump to Captain Nick ahead. I mean, he leads the guys further down. Captain Nick is at the back of the front runners. So, well, as I'd call it, I think. It's kind of from Captain Nick in 6th up to Alex in 1st. There's not too much of a gap between each car. certainly Captain Nick to Tobes, which is 4 drivers, only 11 points separating them. So they're on for a good battle for P3 in the championship. We'll see if they can catch the top 2, but here we go, outlap now underway. I will leave it on tyre for the start, then stick it on to position change for the first few laps. So we can see big gainers and losers, and then back to tyre so we can keep an eye on strategy, what's happening due to pit stops, and all the usual other stuff. But here we go, Real DC leading the pack. Oh, can see. Okay, I assume Jamie Robertson knows not to rejoin, otherwise it will create a glitch. So that is a shame from him after qualifying 5th. He will not be able to control his car immediately off the line, otherwise it will cause a lobby problems. It's a bit of a shame for him. But anyway, Kyle, Pimis, and the bottom 5 drivers all opted for the mediums, while the rest either chose or were forced onto the soft tyres. So yeah, I think this should be a fairly interesting race. Spa, never a bad track. You've got overtaking opportunities in sectors 1 and 2, and then a technical middle sector, where you either see amazing overtakes or just drivers pulling or losing time on each other. Certainly you've got to consider your strategy more than some tracks. And we'll see how that plays out throughout the race. Oh no. I thought I heard one of the cars doing that gear glitch. It sounds like it's not, which is good news. So yeah, as we can see, Jamie Robertson is going to be ghosted off the grid. That is a shame for him. He will drop 3 or 4, maybe more positions. Hopefully no one dodges his slower ghosts and crashes because of it. But here we go. Drivers now pulling into their grid slots. Oh, what's going on? Hopefully something will happen soon. I'm not sure if this is related to Jamie Robertson. I assume being kicked from the room, but it didn't look like he rejoined. Ah, no, now it does look like he's rejoined. Wait, wrong button. Okay, I think the lobby might be a bit broke until he leaves or something else happens. Not too sure yet. I think that might be. Yeah, no, Jamie Robertson's pulled us. Sorry, lads. So he's been told he needs to leave the lobby, so hopefully that'll get sorted fairly soon. So, this will now create a bit of an interesting start due to some wonderful cold tyres. Ah, there we go. The man, what is it doing? His car's having an interesting time. So Jamie Robertson, if you are listening, yeah, leave. Rejoin us as soon as the race has started. There we go. Are you now? Hopefully we'll start the race soon. It's now claiming it's lap 2. For those of you who couldn't tell, it's not. Oh, I've just been... Oh,